Hello and welcome to another GCSE revision video, and in this video we're going to be looking at multiplying and dividing algebraic fractions. We multiply and divide algebraic fractions the same way we multiply and divide numerical fractions. With numerical fractions we just multiply the top and the bottom. And when dividing numerical fractions we just invert and multiply. To multiply fractions, just multiply the top and the bottom. So with algebraic fractions, however, what we have to remember is that we must stipulate what conditions will make the fraction make sense. In this case, x cannot equal plus or minus 1, otherwise we have a divide by zero error. To divide fractions, we just invert and multiply. However, we can make our lives a lot easier if we factorise first. Also, by factorising, that makes it clear what conditions will make the fractions go to divide by zero, and we can exclude those possibilities. And of course, since they've been factorised, it's easy enough to cancel out any common factors. Okay, well, so much for the theory. Let's have a go at putting this into practice. Let's try something like x plus 2 over x. Okay, let's do 2 plus x. That's no good because that's going to be the same as x plus 2. Let's try something like x minus 5. And we'll multiply that by, say, x plus 3 over, let's say, x plus 5 to make the denominators come out nice and easy. Okay, so that's just, first job is to stipulate what conditions is going to make these go to divide by 0, so we can exclude those conditions. So x, it cannot be plus or minus 5. Otherwise, these fractions make no sense. You've just got a divide by zero error. So, assuming x is not plus or minus 5, then we can go ahead and multiply the top and bottom. So that's x plus 2 into x plus 3 all over x minus 5 into x plus 5. And then if we like, we can expand out the brackets, so that's equal to x squared plus, well, we've got 2 times x is 2x, and then we've got x times 3 is 3x, 2x plus 3x is 5x, and then 2 times 3 is 6, so that's plus 6. And that's over, again, the bottom is just difference of 2 squares, so that's x squared minus 25. Okay, and when we come to divide, let's try something like x plus 2 over, let's say, x minus 3. And we're going to divide that by, let's say, x plus 5 over x plus 6. Okay, so our first job is invert and multiply. So let's say that's x plus 2 over x minus 3. And we're multiplying by x plus 6 over x plus 5. Okay, so what conditions are going to make this nonsensical? Well, x cannot equal 3, otherwise x minus 3 becomes a division by 0. So x cannot equal 3, and x cannot equal negative 5. Otherwise x plus 6 over x plus 5 goes to x plus 6 over 0, which doesn't make sense. Okay, so this is equal to, so that's x plus 2 into x plus 6 over x minus 3 into x plus 5. And if we like, we can expand out the brackets. So that's x times x is x squared. X times 6 is 6x, 2 times x is 2x, 6x plus 2x is 8x. And then 2 times 6 is 12. And that's all over x times x is x squared. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x. X times 5 is plus 5x. 5x minus 3x is 2x. So that's plus 2x. Because 5 is bigger than 3. So that's plus 2x. And then negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Why don't you have a go at multiplying and dividing some algebraic fractions for yourself? I'd like to wish you all the best with your revision and all the best with your exams, and I'll see you in another video.